Hovercraft sequence represents the first major action piece of the movie. It is the piece that opens the movie. Now, in time-honored tradition, then you cut to the titles. Usually, they get more and more spectacular as you go along. But the most interesting thing about it is not just a pasted-on pre-title sequence. It's actually very much part of the whole movie. Bond is sent into North Korea essentially to assassinate a rogue North Korean army officer who's out of control and running guns for diamonds. While there, he gets betrayed. He gets hung out to dry.
Gunshot, bang! He starts running. Once the tail, bang!
Nobody runs into shot. Chris will cue the fire department in. Nobody else goes into that happens. Okay, shooting man! Turn over! Rolling. There we go. And action!
That's what's called the put your whole heart into it so you stay alive shot.
What does it take to be an actor in a James Bond movie? You definitely need balls to do what he does, which is get up every morning, run, jump, hang upside down, fall about, pretend to make love to a woman that's been cast from, and you've never met, and you meet her on the first day. You got to do all this stuff. And it is not the stuff that actors usually get into this profession for. They get into it to act, And the Bond movie is about acting, but also it's about action. And it's about this kind of, it's this unstoppable machine where poor old Pierce, every morning, sometimes you wake up and what am I doing today? Well, you're looking over your shoulder and the thing blows up there and that goes here and this goes there and you run over there. Okay, I'll do that. And every one of those things he has to be sharp on. He can't be dismissive of any of them. He can't go, oh, no, I'm a bit tired now. I think I'll do this one half-heartedly.
Well, you're in front of the camera. And how do you make it look like it's just effortless? Some days you're graced with that, and some days it doesn't come that gracefully, and you have to tweak it in there, push it in there. They're enormous pieces. There's so many people involved.
This isn't his first one, obviously, so you just kind of point in a certain direction. He's going to do things his own way, the way he's done them in the past. Very aggressive, very gung-ho, and he does it all. He's leaping and jumping and rolling around the ground.
The fact is that these films are very, very physically demanding on the actor playing James Bond. And Pierce does a lot of his own stunts, and he's very athletic. And as we all know, athletes take a real pounding. So, things do take their toll. And he had a knee injury, and, he was fantastic about it.
Well, it was a bit scary because I blew my knee out. I blew my meniscus. And that just about did my head in. I did, because here we are, we're in February, and it was on the back lot of the studio. And it's where Bond is captured. He's about to be shot. All hell breaks loose, and he has to make a dash. He finds a way out on a hovercraft. It's a 200-yard dash. It set it up for about 3-4 hours in the morning. It was around 11:30, and I didn't warm up, and I just went for it. You feel guilt. I've blown it here. Production's going to close down because of me. So you have to get your head around that one.
He was fantastic about it. As soon as we could have it taken care of, he had it taken care of. And he was almost bionic in his recovery.
Saved by the bell. It's great to be out and about. Yeah, Pinewood gets a bit kind of cramped after a while, Everyone's chomping at the bit here, so this is it. Aldershot, mate. Gone to the sunny beaches, the cocktails, bloody Aldershot.
But it's good. You know, it's nice being with Vic Armstrong and the boys, the action unit boys. We're doing this sequence here on the old hovercrafts. Trying to look as if I know what I'm doing, as usual.
No, you got Bond and then the bad here.
Another day. Shine another day.
I'll do this with Bond before, go wide, and then we move up there. And hopefully you get that before we go to Long Valley, yeah?
At the moment we're shooting the opening sequence, which is going to be the pre-title credit sequence, which is the Hovercraft Chase.
Vic has all the fun, and I end up shooting in overheated studios with the actors. That's the joke, but that's also the reality. The main unit shoots the actors, and we have to shoot the drama, and we shoot some small-scale action, fist fights, shoot 'em up, so things like that. And Bond runs down a corridor, the walls blow up behind him, stuff like that. And when it gets into massive action involving vehicles, aircraft, underwater, that's when the action units come into it.
We started at the compound, Moon's compound, which is at the studios. The gate you can see behind me is our linking piece of set work, if you like, that will link the Long Valley here and Aldershot with the studio, where Bond has stolen the hovercraft and is escaping, chasing Moon with his big hovercraft full of munitions.
I'm very suspicious of them. I didn't like them very much because they float and they have no traction. You can't turn them fast. They don't seem to corner like vehicles. They float on air, so they steer very oddly. They don't steer at all. You can't turn them on a dime. They actually don't even go in a straight line. They seem to drift because they float on air. But also they have a huge drawback. They can't go up slopes. They slow down. So they're really only good on flat ground. So in terms of designing the chase, it became apparent that we had to pull out a lot of tricks to make it look more exciting than it is.
They might lack a little bit of speed, but we can manufacture that in the camera. So, these are perfectly designed to undercrank. You know, they're all very smooth lines and smooth movements, so you get no fast change of direction. All the guys driving them now, apart from the large hovercraft, are all my guys, and they've been training for now 5 weeks, and they're really, really good. They can get them very accurate. But they are strange things. You look at them and you think they're out of control, but they've actually been driven in that way. That's how you drive them. It's just almost sideways. You go one way, and then you have to think about 3 turns ahead and turn them again. But I do think it's interesting looking. There's something alien about the way they do slide.
This thing rips your head off with noise.